Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field. And I still get a little question mark feeling when I say to Greater Boston League girls soccer. Both of these teams, Classical and Revere, were both in the Northeastern Conference. Revere was, a few years ago, Revere was in the Greater Boston League. They dropped out and went to the Northeastern Conference. And now they've dropped out of that, gone back to the Greater Boston League. English and Classical have done the same. And this game is, patience is a virtue for these young ladies. They were supposed to play this game at 7:15. It's now just about 8 o'clock, and they're starting. The first game of the day, boys, Medford against Lynn English, started an hour late because Medford, the bus didn't show up, and Medford didn't get here, and they had all kinds of problems, and it wound up an hour late, or about 15 minutes late, and that set everybody back. Classical is undefeated. They're 3-0. Revere is 1-0. And Classical kicking it deep, looking for a break, walking in. They couldn't get the shot off. Now the net's wide open, and it just slipped by. They came out, booted the ball away, and Tatiana Lazo drilled that, and it looked like it was going inside the far post, and it just hooked away. They had the breakaway that the goaltender come out and broke up, and she knocked it away, but put it right on the foot of Lazo. Lazo looking again for the far corner. It goes wide. She got her first career goal in the City Series. Classical came from behind, tied the game up against St. Mary's and won it. So Classical is, I said 3-0. I think they're 2-0-1 because the game is not a win. They won the game, but it's not a win in the record books for the MIA state tournament-wise. It goes down as a tie. The MIA doesn't recognize overtime during the regular season, so the game goes as a tie. Anna Flaherty was outstanding in the game, and especially she came up with a big save in the shootout as well. Won the MVP, very well deserved. Bodies go down, sitting on the ball, and Classical will get the free kick coming from the 35. I think it'll be Correnti taking it. I have to say Eliza Correnti because there's two of them. She drills it by everybody. Nizrin Sakat is in net. I always say it couldn't be Mary Smith or Barbara Jones. Revere looking for a break. Here's Correnti breaking it up. Mannion with it. This is Thurman. Gets around one. Pass ahead, gets the pass back. She was looking to hook it to the net. She knocked it up in the air. It just stayed wide out to the right side and out of play behind the net. So late night here at Manning Field. Thurman with it. Pushes it ahead. Overrunning it was Waterman. Mannion. And it just got kept in. Now they clear it out. Revere starts it back. Haskell combines to break it up. Carenti upfield for Thurman. Keeps it in, knocks it to the net. And there's Sakat coming out. He had it, bobbled it, got it back, and boots it away. And it bounced up and hit the Revere player in the hand. And that was Giselle Salvador. So Carenti will get another free kick. It bounced over the head of Classical, and when it bounced up again, it hit the Revere player in the hand. Carenti drills it. Revere breaks it up. Classical looking for it. Still looking for it. Dana almost picked it off. And the pass bounced off the foot of Thurman. Now she gets it back. Walking in, Waterman takes the shot. Just went over the top crossbar. Good bid by Olivia Waterman. She made a nice little shift, took it toward the middle, got the left foot on it, and missed by maybe half a foot, putting Classical on top. That went right over the top crossbar. Revere will kick it away. Coming down the far side, broken up by Revere. Classical breaks it up and takes it away. Waterman with it. Looking for somebody to give it to. She bounced it off a Revere player. Looking for Thurman down the near side. Revere was going to clear it. They misplayed it. Thurman gets it, sends it out in front, and it slipped by everybody. I believe it was Dana coming in from the far side. Looked like she was sliding into third base as she was trying to get a piece of it and tip it in. Revere will kick it away. They bang it off Classical. And Classical takes it away. Pass too far ahead. Revere knocks it away. Classical gets it back. And we get a whistle. Revere got knocked down. They'll get the free kick. It's been all Classical so far. They haven't scored, but they've done everything but score. They've kept the ball in Revere end, got a couple of good shots off, near misses. Now they bring it right back to the Revere end. Down the near side, trying to get around the defense. Classical gets knocked down. No call there. And they call it off Classical besides. Classical got knocked down, and they called it off Classical. Revere will kick it away. Sakat will get it done. Shot kick right on the foot of Glasgow. They got the shot off. Sakat had to make the save. They threw it in front, and they one-timed it. Little wrestling match going on. Both players were down. They let him play. That last play where they almost scored, it was Jada Mateo with the pass, and Wilson, Warren Wilson, almost tapped it in. Sakat, the goaltender, made a very nice save. And again, bodies go down. The referees are letting them play. The boys don't get away with this many takedowns. The girls, as soon as they go down, they usually blow the whistle. Trying to throw it in front, gets tipped around. Glasgow breaks it up. Glasgow gets it back. They drop it back to Mannion. Revere breaks it up. Mannion deflected away by Mateo. Thurman couldn't get there first. Deflects off Revere. Mannion gets it back. Trying to get it in front. I don't know if it was Bullock or Wilson they were trying to get it to. Pushed it too far, went too far ahead, and went out of play. Glasgow, Dana takes it away. They pushed it too far ahead, trying to give it back to Dana. All classical here in the early going. Revere can't get started at all. The only time the ball crossed the 50-yard line was when Classical knocked it there. And they break it up again. Mannion hustles, looking to keep it in, and does. And she hustles and gets it back. Broken up by Revere nicely. And Classical breaks it up and knocks it out. That went out off Waterman. Both teams will make substitutions. 15 minutes in to this first half. Greater Boston League action. No score, Lynn Classical and Revere. Off the head. I think that was Catalina Chizalvo. Haskell gets by, trying to dump it out in front. Broken up by Revere. Haskell hustling. Bullock trying to keep it in. Revere finally gets it to the classical side of the 50-yard line. Coming down the near side. Getting around the defense. Going down deep. High arcing shot. We're right by two classical players. Sitting on the back door. Out of play. Revere will kick it away. Everything going classical's way, but they can't get the ball in the net. And here they come again. Revere will kick it out of play. Throwing coming from down deep. Pop straight up, and it goes out of play. Haskell's a long range shot. Couple of bounces. Sakat makes the easy save. They leave it for Mannion. Pushed it too far ahead. Revere chips it out of play. And that one off. Fatima Esquivet Oliva. Mannion bounces it to the middle. Revere kicks it deep. It skips past Revere 1-on-3. They break it up, but they put it on the foot of Revere, and they get a shot on net. They finally get one. Popped up. Revere boots it away. Haskell takes it away. Down that far side. Haskell saved it. Revere kicks it to the middle. Revere with a rush. Still with it. Down that far side. Off the head of Mannion. Carenti boots it upfield. It goes out of play. Catalina Chisavo gets it in play. Off Mannion's head. Off Mannion's head again. And Chisavo will put it in play again. They try to knock it to the net. They knocked it off Waterman. And Revere is going to get a corner kick. coming from the near side. A little bit of a crowd here tonight for this one, late game. Loose out in front. Flaherty finally falls on it right at the goal line. It was loose. Everybody was trying to get a piece of it. Revere trying to knock it home. That's the closest anybody has come. Certainly Revere. Flaherty finally fell on the fumble and got the ball out of harm's way. That corner kick almost got Revere on the board. Glasgow got knocked down again. No call. It's happened both ways. Bodies have been going down. They've just been letting them play. We're halfway through and counting. This first half, no score. Cutting through the defense, trying to walk in. Still with it, taking a shot. It bounced off. Glasgow tried to line it up. They couldn't. It was a little bit behind the Glasgow would-be scorer. Now they couldn't get a lot of foot on that one either. It was a little bit behind. They couldn't line it up. She had an excellent opportunity to knock it in the net, but it was just slightly behind, and they couldn't get a good shot off. And then when they got the shot off, they couldn't get a lot on it, and Sakat was able to make the save. Back to Mannion. Coming down the near side. Throws it to the net. Blocked before it got there by the defense. From long range, knocked down by the defense again. They clear it to the far side. And it's going to go out of play off Revere. And we'll get substitutions. A few for Glasgow, one for Revere. Glasgow last year, that shortened season, they had a lot of the leagues. I think it was started by Catholic Central League, what they call the Cup Series. Since there was no state tournament, a lot of the leagues, since they were only playing 6 or 7 games, they opted to have their own tournament in their own league and call it, whatever league, Cup tournament. Glasgow got to the final. They lost a tough game in the final of the Cup tournament. That was a way of getting teams to play a few extra games because the sports were falling on top of each other. We had Thanksgiving football in July, and we had one day where we did basketball in the morning, football in the afternoon, hockey at night. Everything was running at the same time. It was difficult especially for the young men and women who played 2 sports. They were banging into each other. They had to pick one. Now we're back somewhat normal. Soccer, football, and field hockey, and we'll run that into Thanksgiving Day, and then we'll get ready for basketball and hockey. Now it goes across, it got by everybody, it got deflected in. And as usual, they surround the goal scorer, and they all have, a lot of them had blonde ponytails, and it's hard to tell who got it. Might have been Waterman, might have been Dana. So all that pressure for Glasgow finally paid off. They threw the ball to the net. It skipped past the defender, and there was the Glasgow player just getting a foot and tipping it into the net. Glasgow coming back. They try to knock it. They try to give it to Thurman, breaking in the near side. Revere got a piece of it and knocked it away. Picked off. Mateo trying to knock it in front. Mateo takes it away. Another nice shift. Looking to walk in. Gives the pass ahead. They take the shot. They knock it home. Two great moves by Mateo. Two great moves by Mateo. And she dumped it out in front. Shaking right there was Parker. Parker will get the goal. Glasgow for a long time had golden opportunities, either missed the net or goaltender made a couple of saves. Now all of a sudden they open it up and they grab a 2-0 lead. Walking in, looking for the shot, broken up, gets it back. They take the shot. Nice save by Sakat. That almost went over her head. It was right on the net. She went up high and picked it and got rid of it. And Glasgow's coming right back. They could have turned around and gone right to the net. They pushed it back instead of going to the net. Mateo with another nice turn. It slipped through. I don't think they expected it to go through. They might have had a chance to score. I think they were the most surprised person in the house when that ball went by everybody. And it skipped right under everybody's foot and went out of play. Glasgow trying to come back. Revere just sitting back on their heels, trying to keep Glasgow away. They can't generate any offense. They get it out in front. Another nice little shift. Walking in. They knock it home. That's 2 in a row by Parker. They got it right out in front. And she made a nice little shift around the defense and then knocked it to the right of Sakat in the far post. And she's got 2 in a row. And Glasgow has opened up a 3-0 lead. And they're right back at it. Revere finally gets it into Classical territory. And it goes out of play off Classical. One of the few times Revere has been down this end in quite a while. Classical takes that advantage away and knocks it deep. And they gain control again. They've been beating Revere to every loose ball. Shot from long range, just high enough to carry beyond the net. Revere will kick it away. Revere slides and knocks it into the Revere bench area. Classical will get the throw in. 10 minutes and counting left in a big first half for Classical. Shot right into the midsection of Sakat. Good bid. I think that was Dana. Mannion tries to boot ahead. Revere knocks it to the middle. Carenti knocks it away. Waterman carries. Waterman tracking it down. Trying to knock it deep. Revere picks it off. They pushed it too far. That was McLean. Pushing it ahead. Classical with it. Shot. Looking for that near post. Sakat makes the save. Good bid. It's become a firing range for Classical. They're just hauling off and really dominating this first half. Revere got one shot on net, and it was an easy save for Flaherty. They had one other chance on a loose ball in front. Couldn't get a foot on it. Flaherty fell on it. And that's been it for Revere. They've spent the vast majority of this half stuck in their own end. Watching Classical put 3 on the board. Corner kick coming up from the near side. They'll bring Mannion from defense down near the goal. She's a rebounder in basketball. She'll look to go up, maybe get a head on if she can. Out in front, it almost went in the net. Looked like Sakat got a finger on it. It went by and then went out of play. But it almost went hit inside that far post coming from the near side. Classical again will make wholesale changes. Walking in, they take the shot. Sakat makes the save, diving on it. That was Waterman with that shot. Sakat had to make a nice save. Oh. Classical knocks it out. Glasgow breaks it up, gets it back, starts it back. Broken up. Out off Revere. And he got bounced up and got Classical on the hand or the arm. Revere will get the free kick. Knocked out. I think that was Tucker knocking it out. I don't know if there was contact or somebody or hit somebody's hand. They blew the whistle. I'm not sure what they're doing. The official picked up the ball. I'm not sure what he's doing. He's talking. Looked like he was talking to the coach or somebody on the sideline. I don't know if it was an inadvertent whistle. He's just going to drop it and let Revere kick it. I don't know if he inadvertently blew the whistle. Five minutes left in this first half. Glasgow leading 3-0. Greater Boston League Girls Soccer. Mike Shenner, the head coach for Glasgow. Megan O'Donnell for Revere. Long day here at Manning Field. It was a triple header. I don't know who Kip played. They had the middle game. But they were in the back end zone warming up when they got here because they thought they were looking at the second half. And it was only the first half because the game started an hour late. And they finally realized it and they went up and sat in the stands watching most of the first game. Bouncing around, it wound up going off Revere. Popped up. Knocked back. Glasgow hustles and takes it away. Looking to walk in. Still with it. Finally had it knocked away. From long range, the shot. Sakat will make the save with a green shirt bearing down on her. High hop, knocked down and kicked away by the Lady Rams, Glasgow. The Lady Patriots, Revere. Glasgow breaks it up. Glasgow got around the Revere player who went down hard. Glasgow coming back the other way. Clear across field here. Trying to get around. Revere pushed it to the near side. Glasgow trying to throw it in front. Revere blocked it, knocked it out of play. We're in the final 2 minutes and counting. Glasgow will get a corner kick from the near side. as they make a change. McKenna substitutes quite freely during the course of games. Bounced off a body. It got deflected out. It looked like they had a clear shot. And now they're going to blow the whistle. I don't know if it hit somebody or they call somebody offside. But it amazed the players. It looked like the ball was going in. And it just got deflected off a body to the right of the net. All kinds of action in front of the Revere net this entire half. And Glasgow's right back at it. Waterman looking to pass it back. Revere broke it up. And Revere takes Glasgow down. Can't be a lot of time left in this first half. Glasgow with the free kick from right in front of their own bench. And as I say, there's not much time left before they get the kick. The clock runs out. So Glasgow has a big half. Very big half. Gianna Parker getting 2 of the 3 goals. And at halftime, Glasgow leads Revere 3-0. We're trying to figure out who scored all the goals. Maya Papazoglou got the first one. Gianna Parker scored the next 2. All 3 of those are freshmen. For Coach Mike Shenna. And Glasgow really dominated that first half. The ball was in the Revere end almost the entire first half. They got 1 shot on net, and then there was a little skirmish off a corner kick that the ball was loose in front and Flaherty fell on it. That's as close as Revere came. They dump it deep. Dana trying to get around. Slides it out in front, and they knock it home. Dana threw it out in front. Coming down, looking for the pass. Just got a foot on it. And getting a foot on it, it just snuck inside the near post. That was Lauren Wilson. Pretty good basketball player, too. Nice rush by Dana. She threw the pass across and trying to fight off the defender. Wilson just reached. The goalie was coming out to try and get the ball, and she came out and left just enough room for Wilson to punch it in inside the near post. So Glasgow jumps on top 4-0. So 2 freshmen and a sophomore getting it done for Glasgow, and now to the net. Sakat grabbed it, holds on, and kicks it away. Bounces around the Glasgow end. trying to get control. They finally booted upfield. And Glasgow kicks it out of play. Revere with it, trying to dump it deep. And they called Revere outside. She was sitting, they got the pass completed. She was standing at the 10-yard line all by herself, but she was way behind the defense. And when they made the pass, they blew the whistle for the offside. Glasgow knocks it deep. They're going to get there first. Revere steps in and takes it away. And they knock it out of play. Glasgow will get the throw in down deep. Glasgow breaks it up and takes it away. Revere takes it back. They had numbers, but they had to stop and go get the ball, and now Glasgow breaks it up. Off Waterman's foot. Dana tried to push it by, and it got broken up. That was Angela Hun. Amanda Tucker battling. She was battling with Kiara Rodriguez Polanco and called the contact on Glasgow. Revere kicks it deep. And Flaherty comes out and plays it on a hop. They put that right on the money, dead center. Flaherty came out almost to the 5-yard line. Played it on a big hop. Glasgow carried it out. Off the foot of Glasgow. Revere picked it off. Bodies go down. And they're going to call it. I thought they were calling on Glasgow, but they called it on Revere. Looking to walk in. He takes the shot. It's going to go wide right. Off the foot of Waterman. Glasgow right back at it. Little shift by Thurman. And it's going to go out of play. Glasgow couldn't save it. And we'll get it. Substitution for Revere. Booted deep by Revere. And it'll go out of play. Haskell picks up the pass, coming straight ahead. Now she'll shift, and they're going to call a trip. For a second, I thought they weren't going to call it. She made a nice little shift to get around, and then they blew the whistle as she got knocked down. And from just outside the 15-yard line, Glasgow will get a free kick. I thought he was coming in to move them down. Now he just tells them to move back. They drill it through, and it goes wide left. Revere trying to knock it deep. Mannion breaks it up. He breaks it up again. Revere player gets knocked down. Skips past everybody. Flaherty will come out. One of the few times she's handled the ball, she hasn't had to do much. It bounces right by. Haskell knocks it to the middle. They get bumped off the play. Mannion with it. Broken up. Carenti tried to boot it away. Revere picked it off. Coming down the far side. And Mannion's come back and just took it away. Haskell coming back. They got numbers, 5-on-4. Walking right in, still walking in. They take the shot and they score. They just let her just keep walking in. And she walked all the way in and knocked it past. And I believe that was Lazo. First I thought was Thurman. She's over that side. But Lazo, she just made a rush. They kept backing up. She kept going to the net. Finally, she just said, "You're going to give me that much room, I'm going to take the shot." And she banged it home. And here she comes again. She gave it up that time. Haskell breaks it up and knocks it ahead. Just broken up and knocked down, and they drill a shot on net. And Sakat makes the save. That was Lazo and Parker getting involved, almost getting the goal. Glasgow walking back in. Revere looking to let it go. They didn't realize Glasgow was there. They almost gave it up. It finally goes out. And they're calling it off Revere. Looks like Correnti's going to take it from the near side. Drilled out in front. Sakat got a piece of it, knocked it down, then dove on it. She jumped out in the middle of a pack, caught it, couldn't hold on to it. It laid down, and before anybody could get a foot on it, she grabbed and jumped on, recovered that fumble. I think Mike Chen was getting a couple of his JV players some playing time. Leading 5-0. Revere's going to change their goaltender. And they don't have positions, so I don't know who. I don't know who the other goaltender is. They don't have positions on the roster. They told us who the first goalie was. They just have number and grade in school. Clearing it out from in front is Mannion. And from long range, it'll go wide to the left. Flaherty will get a chance to kick it away. Again, she hasn't had to do much. Defense has kept the ball away, and the offense has kept it almost exclusively away. Revere picked it off. Glasgow gets it back. Coming down that far side. Looking to get around. Trying to center it. It skipped past Sakat, and the defense able to knock it away. The ball was out in front. The net was wide open. I think it was Escovet Oliva who saved the bacon for Revere. That was two green shirts there before they could get a hand on it. Esquivel Oliva knocked it away. Now it goes out. The only saving grace for Glasgow being a home team is the visitors wear the white, but Glasgow has to wear their away uniforms. And we can make out the numbers because the JV players who are out there now, who are wearing the green with the gold arms or shoulder colors, you can't read those numbers at all. And those are the numbers that used to be their home jersey. and it was just impossible to read the numbers. But I don't know when it changed. I don't know how it changed. But it's the visitors wearing white and the home team virtually wearing their. They couldn't get the shot off. Now they can't get the shot off again. Sakat was way out of the net. The net was wide open, but Glasgow couldn't find control of the ball. Shot, Sakat knocks it down. The rebound cleared away. She left the rebound, but there was no green shirts around. Last time she left the rebound, the net was wide open, but Glasgow couldn't get a foot on the ball, and she was able to finally get back in the net. Popped straight up in the air, and it bounced. She bobbled it momentarily and then grabbed it. That's Sakat in the net, and she'll kick it away. Now it'll be one of the defenders kicking it away. Glasgow again, all over the Revere net. The only game they haven't really scored in. Deflected, and it goes in. Looked like Sakat was going to make the save. And that was Waterman. So 3 in the first, 3 here in the second. The only game they didn't score a whole lot of goals was the championship final against St. Mary's. They had a late goal by Delaney Dana, tied it at 1, and they won it in a shootout. It's a tie in the MIAA record books because they don't recognize overtime during the regular season. But they won it in a shootout, 4-3. Flaherty was immense in that game, got the MVP. And now the next couple of games, she could have taken a nap in the net. Glasgow walking right in. They take the shot. Sakat makes the save. I don't know who that was walking in. You can't make out the numbers from the front of the shirt. And she's got a ponytail that goes down to her ankles on the back. So it's hard to pick up the number. Revere breaks it up. Glasgow knocks it back. And he knocked it deep. Deflected off Glasgow. And the defense just gets there, breaks it up and knocks it out. Revere was going to take the ball in. No question about Revere being the one that knocked it out. And Revere knocks it out. A bundle of subs for Revere. I thought Revere knocked it out again, but they're giving this time they're giving it to Revere. I guess it is Lazo with that long hair. Waterman trying to get around, got broken up, deflected to the middle. Revere knocking it away, and he'll carry it away into Glasgow territory. Broken up, Revere gets it back. Trying to walk in, they pushed it ahead, but there was nobody there. Glasgow knocks it out of play. Glasgow trying to get there, they don't. Revere gets there first. But Glasgow gets it back. Nice little shift. Waterman with another nice little shift. And she got crunched as she was making the pass. They pop it up toward the net. Parker looking for it. Revere breaks it up. Oslo keeps it alive. Broken up. Carenti with it. He'll give it all the way back to Flaherty and let her kick it away. She just boots it up. Tucker pushes it ahead. By everybody. Flaherty will track it down. Flaherty will kick it away. Eventually. Skips past Glasgow. Revere looking for a shot, just got tipped away. Carenti with a nice play. To take the shot that goes wide left. One of the few times Revere has taken control and got a shot off. It went wide left, but they haven't done that as often as they would like. Off Glasgow deflects to Revere. They kick it deep. It goes out off Glasgow. Right at the Revere bench. Revere will throw it in. And we got a whistle. And there was contact on the throw-in. And Revere will get a free kick. Just about the 15-yard line at a little bit of an angle. They push that, as I call it, picket fence. The defense sets up. Revere will kick it away. And knock it off the side of the net. Didn't get it out in front. And Flaherty will get to kick it away again. Revere takes it away. Down that far side, Classical knocks it away. And he couldn't keep it in. Revere's going to get a corner kick from the far side. They kick it a distance away from the net. Didn't hook back. Now they try to throw it to the net. Flaherty gets a piece, knocks it down at the side of the net, and she'll boot it away. High hop. Revere picks it off. Knocks it deep, and you knock it too deep. It's going to go out of play. Flaherty has to come out and kick it away. It popped loose, rolled toward the net. Glasgow coming back, trying to knock it deep. Revere actually knocks it deep. Sakat was coming out of the net, then she stopped, went back, and the defense finally caught it and knocked it away. There were two white shirts, two green shirts bearing down on the ball. Sakat started to come out, then hesitated, stopped, and finally Revere's defense knocked it away. They knock it away again. Glasgow breaks it up. Revere knocked that pass away. Glasgow comes back and takes it away. And it goes out. They threw it behind Lazo trying to get it upfield. Down deep, trying to center it, blocked and knocked out. I thought it got blocked by Classical, but I guess it was the kick that went out of play. Off the foot of Emily Gomez. Flaherty will kick it away again. Knocked deep. Revere trying to gain control. Classical takes it away. Lazo gets by, hustling down. Didn't get a lot on the pass. She was trying to get it to Dana, and just kind of touched it. Revere broke it up. Flaherty again will kick it away. Trying to knock it deep. They knocked it right in the face of the Revere player, and she went straight down on her back. I don't know which hurt worse, getting hit in the face or falling or slamming right to the turf on her back. That's Fatima Esquivel Oliva. She's going to go to the bench. She was coming to the ball. They were knocking it upfield, hit her right in the face, and it was like she got knocked out with a punch. She just went airborne and landed flat on her back, and we hope she's walking on her own steam, which is good to see. Hopefully she's going to be okay. You're coming up to make a play, and all of a sudden you get hit right flush in the face. And it's like somebody threw a roundhouse right, like getting hit by Muhammad Ali. They drop it down almost like a face-off in hockey, and Revere just kicks it away. Parker had it, couldn't control it. Revere knocks it away. Broken up. Gets knocked out. Glasgow couldn't keep it in. Glasgow's going to stay undefeated. I think this will be their third win again with a tie. I'm not sure why the MIAA doesn't recognize ties during the season, because there aren't that many of them. There aren't a lot of, like soccer, for instance, tournaments. And if you're trying to get a winner, or if you're trying to, last game of the season and the winner wins the league championship and ends up a tie. They have to play ties off in football. They recognize those. I don't know why they don't do it like hockey or soccer. I don't know what the difference is. It doesn't make sense. Especially when there aren't that many of them. I understand during the season it's a tie, but tournament-wise, somebody has to win the tournament, so you have to win the game. And the only way to do it is overtime. And it's not like it's happening every league, every week. With a rush, Revere coming back. Didn't take the shot, faked it, tried to get around. Now they take the shot, and it rolls wide right. Couldn't get a lot on it. And again, Flaherty will kick it away. I think Flaherty's only given up one goal. That was the goal to St. Mary's in the championship final. Kick deep. Almost a break. Now Glasgow coming back. Banging going on. They let it go. They knock it deep. Shot out in front. It's loose. It bounced by everybody. Sakat came out of the net to go get it, and it bounced right by her. Now it bounces by again. And the defenseman made the save. It bounced by Sakat again. They had a wide open net on the backside, and the defender made the save. I think that was Angela Hun. We're in the final 2 minutes. Glasgow came close to making it 7 or 6. making it 7, excuse me. They've hit that number 2 other times, and they almost did it for the 3rd time. They lead it 6-0, 3 in each half. As we're winding down, can't be a lot of time left. Glasgow girls are here a lot later than they thought they would be. Game started almost an hour late. Glasgow back checks and takes it away, kicks it out. And I'll never understand when they get in the final 2 minutes and the clock isn't running and the game is a blowout, why they just don't blow the whistle. Nobody's going to care. Blocked and knocked out. Revere will get a corner kick. Revere's not going to squawk. The fans aren't going to squawk. Especially when you're as late as this game started. Out in front. They deflected it to the net. And Glasgow was there. I think it was Dana. Sitting right at the post, just blocked it with her body and knocked it away. Glasgow with the throw in. This would be a nice time to blow the whistle. They heard me. They blow the whistle. So Glasgow got all they needed from Maya Papazoglou. That might be her first goal. The young freshman. She got the first one. And then back-to-back goals, 2 straight goals by Gianna Parker made it 3-0 at halftime. They came out quickly. A terrific pass from Dana to a breaking Lauren Wilson. She knocked it home to make it 4. And then Tatiana Lazo and then Olivia Waterman added 2 more. So 3 in each half. Glasgow stays undefeated. They'll go to, I believe, 3-0-1. And they get a big win. I think it's their second win in the GBL. And they defeat Revere. And Flaherty keeps it going. She's only given up, I believe, 1 goal in 4 games. So Glasgow, 6, getting 3 in each half. Revere, nothing in this GBL girls soccer clash. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.